Are you thinking about buying a home in Florida and ran across this three-letter acronym, CDD? If so, in this video, we're going to explain to you guys what a CDD is because it's something that you're very likely to run across if you're buying a home that is either new or a newer home. And my name is Jomar Concepcion and I'm part of the Friendly Real Estate Group, and we're new construction experts that help families relocate from all over the country and some around the world to the state of Florida. Now, a lot of these families, when they're relocating here, often run across the word CDD, a community development district. In this video, we're going to quickly break down what a CDD is, how it works, where you'll see CDD fees, how much the CDD fees typically cost, and what the pros and cons are of living in a community with a CDD. Now, a CDD, or a community development district, is a special purpose government framework in Florida. It's used to finance and maintain infrastructure and amenities in planned communities like roads, utilities, parks, pools, and even clubhouses. Essentially, it's how developers create those gorgeous neighborhoods that we all love without paying upfront for everything themselves. Now, how does it work? When a developer plans a community, they establish a CDD to borrow money through bonds. Homeowners then repay these bonds over time through their property taxes. So instead of paying one massive upfront fee for all of the amenities, the costs are spread out over several years. Typically, it's somewhere between 20 to 25 years. It's community specific and also county specific as well. Where do you typically see these CDD fees? The CDD fees are typically listed as part of your property tax bill. They're broken down into two different parts. There's the bond repayment, which is the principal and interest for paying the money back that was borrowed by the developer. And then there's the operations and maintenance fees, which keeps everything running smoothly in the community, especially during that 20 to 25 year period that you're repaying these bonds back. Now, how much are CDD fees? Now, these are going to vary. I've seen anywhere between $1,000 to $3,000 here in Central Florida, but some luxurious communities that have just extremely grand clubhouses and things like that can be a little higher, but really most of the time it's not ever above $3,000. Let's go over the pros and cons of having a CDD. Of course, the obvious cons is that it's an extra expense on top of your property taxes every year. So you're going to pay your normal property taxes, let's say $4,000, and then you add the CDD on top of that. And usually if you're financing, that's going to go into an escrow account. And another one of the cons is that you have to pay that fee regardless if you purchase a house, even if you don't use the amenities. So do make sure that you weigh that out. Now, it's not necessarily a terrible thing to have a CDD. A lot of people buy in communities with CDDs. And one of the great pros of paying for a CDD is that you get usually amazing amenities. You get the nice clubhouses, you get the nice roads, you get all the buried infrastructure, you get really, really nice amenities. And it also allows for the purchase of your home to be lower up front. I'm going to tell you guys, I typically see CDDs in a lot of communities that are built by builders that are selling homes at lower prices. So essentially, they're not caking the price of the CDD into the initial price of the home. They're spreading that price out over the course of 20 to 25 years, which also means that if you sell the home in 5 years, you're no longer bound to having to pay for those CDD fees. The next owner will be the one that's bound to that. CDDs are attached to the property, not the owner. And then the last pro of it is that everything stays well maintained, or at least it should, because part of your CDD payment that you have every single year is used to maintain the property. Now, a key takeaway here, guys, that a CDD isn't necessarily a bad thing. I know we don't want to pay extra money on taxes or anything like that, but it's something that you need to be aware of. If you're considering buying a home in a community with a CDD, factor the fees into your overall budget. And remember that these fees are what help to create and maintain neighborhoods that make Florida living so special. If you have any questions about CDDs or anything related to buying a home in Florida, leave a comment down below or reach out to me directly. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the little bells for notifications so you're notified every single time a brand new video comes out. And the last thing I'll leave you guys with is that if you're relocating to Central Florida and you're buying a new construction home, give us a shout. The builders pay our commissions. You don't pay anything extra out of pocket, and you get to have us on your side to help you narrow down where to buy a home, help you with the research of buying a home here in Central Florida. We negotiate on your behalf. We understand which builders are good, which ones are not so good. We understand the interest rate and all and the closing costs, incentives, and all the jargon that these builders have. You get all of that at no extra cost. Another thing that we do for you guys is if you can't make it down here for the inspections and walkthroughs, we go to those on your behalf to make sure that you guys don't have to spend any extra money or time coming down here to represent yourself. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it helps to clarify to you what a CDD is. We look forward to hearing from you. Hope you have a blessed day.